Alright, so let's get to animating it. So what I'm going to do first for the background, we're going to make it about 5 seconds. I'm going to leave it at 35 there, and then I'm going to bring it back to the beginning and actually pump that up to 45. And then we will start myself at 45, hit the stopwatch, and then at 5 seconds let's scale it up to maybe 50. Let's just try 50. And then for the orange, we're gonna hit S to bring up the scale. 35, and let's start it at like 55. And then with the orange, actually we forgot to change the anchor point, so let's just undo that, go up here and grab the anchor point and drag it down to right on the line, so that's where it's going to grow from. So let's try that again. So that's looking better. And then we're also going to have to move myself. So let's shift P to bring up the position. So at 5 seconds it's good. And back at the beginning, we will just drag myself over to cover it up. So let's just go ahead and see what that looks like. So that's looking decent. Let's just go ahead and feather myself. And if we click the arrow here to bring up all, let's actually bring in the expansion by like 5, just so it takes away on the green light here. We could also just bring in the mask. I'm gonna just move myself over a little bit. Nope. There we go. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. You could definitely take some time to polish this up a little bit, but just to get the beginning points of what a parallax would look like. And then let's go ahead and just cut all these, Control Shift D, and then delete them. And then let's select these 3 layers here, and let's pre-compose them. So Control Shift C will say pre-compose, and we'll say that this is the parallax. We can Control Shift D again to just cut it, since it will be blank anyway there. So that looks okay. You can see a little bit of my head right here, so that could be fixed. And then also down right here, we could maybe make sure that that's covered better. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to right click and go to time stretch. I'm going to only make it 1 second long. You could leave it the same amount of time, and then I'm going to time reverse layer, just so it quickly rewinds back. And then this is what's going to make it like loopable, a slightly cleaner loop. You could keyframe to make it flow a little bit better too with the way it reverses, but just for the purpose of this, so that's looking generally pretty good. It gives a little bit more depth and a little bit more movement to the scene than just the regular photo. It definitely helps having couple different layers of foreground, background, and middle ground to help you accentuate that. But this is generally a parallax.